Think your daughter should have the right to vote?
I'd be okay if she didn't, because I also know she's going to marry a biblical man, that they would also be in line.
How old is her daughter? Not hey, I guarantee you, not nearly old enough to test that theory. Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and this is Who Raised Y'all, where we highlight those unique individuals going above and beyond to make society worse.
Wait, tell me the pillars again. So it's pro-life.
So, First Amendment, Second Amendment, sanctity of life, and veteran and first responders.
Okay. First, second. Yep. Cool.
Okay.
The First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the sanctity of life, our veterans, I feel very passionately about.
You know, the kinds of people you'll see asking to speak to the manager at the pearly gates.
I want to talk to the manager.
Did Riley Gaines ever get her long-held beliefs? Well, hopefully she'll get some by the end of this video. I still can't believe she finished 5th place in that race that has defined her whole career. That's nuts. I know. She talked about a trans woman beating her in the race and she lost to three other women. That'd be like me saying I lost my spot on the Lakers to Kobe. You know what I mean? Hey, right wing, y'all wildin'. But we gonna stay on that side of the aisle because opinions on Erika Kirk have run the gamut. Now, you've seen opinions from this side of the aisle. That's what we're using? Okay, I guess that is accurate. We've seen opinions from this side of the aisle.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
how about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
But then again, we've also seen opinion from her own side of the aisle.
But the joy of the Lord withstands all.
Erika Kirk protects people! Erika Kirk protects people!
Was that from her side? That was from her side? Huh. Okay, that wasn't what I was. Let's try it again. We've seen opinions from this side of the aisle.
And that is why we say our prayers. And we are all his children.
And we've seen opinions from the other side of the aisle.
I like Candace Owens a lot, and I've always liked Erika Kirk. Sorry. And I feel sorry for Erika Kirk. I don't like the fact that TPUSA didn't do more to resist the Iran war, which is insane and terrible for this country. I don't like the fact that they didn't defend Massey, and I don't think the FBI is doing an adequate job investigating this murder. Those are the things that I believe, and maybe they contradict each other. I don't know, but that's what I think.
Really? Is anybody still rocking with her? I mean, I know that some of the TPUSA groups been disbanding and whatnot. It's bad. I didn't even know it was that bad, Erika. I told you sit down. I told you sit down. But you know what? No, I'm glad you had this conference, because I've been wondering for this entire time about how the women of the conservative movement have been swallowing not only the cognitive dissonance of y'all preaching women to stay in the home while Erika Kirk stands on stage with fireworks. Like, how y'all been making sense of that? But then you have the whole Christian nationalist movement as well. That is just, I'm all ears. I cannot wait to see it. So when I heard that over 2,000 women were going to attend Turning Point USA's annual Women's Leadership Summit, I couldn't wait to see how trash this was about to be.
Have more babies than you can afford. I'm at the Turning Point Women's Leadership Summit, where a lot of the speakers have talked about how feminism has hurt women, how you should get married early and have more kids, maybe more than you can afford.
Feminism is the biggest lie we have ever been sold as women.
You don't have a man on stage with you. Don't you need a man on stage with you if that's what you're going with? Okay, now I'll let you finish. Matter of fact, I shouldn't let you finish. You opposing feminism.
But the attendees have had a little more nuance in their analysis. Some have even said you can have it all.
From what I see, like, society has co-opted the word feminism, which should just be the equality of the sexes, which I really do believe in, to be something of pushing the other sex down, which I really don't believe in.
I run 3 companies and have a nonprofit and adopted children.
I'm sorry, you got something on you. You got. No, it's all over. It's one of your companies makeup removal.
I feel like the messages to me were that women can do it all.
I think maybe some time for yourself might be good. I think some time for yourself indoors, out the sun, some indoor time for you would be good. You know what I mean? Just take care of you, mind, body, and face. Yeah.
Oh man, hey.
How do you see that as different from feminism?
Good question. That is a great question. I feel like feminism is the pursuit of I need nobody, and I don't need a man, I don't need others.
So I feel like the left is so focused on feminism equals abortion, and that's like not at all what feminism should be for.
Y'all know her. She live on a commune or something? I can't make heads or tails of nothing she talking about.
How can we empower women to fulfill what they feel like their calling is?
A lot of the left say that they don't need men, but we do.
That's interesting. Are they aware of any of the male politicians on the left hand? Do they know that it's Democrats? Do they know it's men? What they watching?
Speaker Savannah Stone is a married 21-year-old who's built an audience advocating for traditional gender roles in a sometimes provocative way.
Submission gets a bad rep because it's seen as slavery for whatever reason. But submission is a trust and it's teamwork. It means the woman serves the husband and the husband lays down his life for the wife.
I got a question. So the woman serves the husband and the husband lays down his life for the wife. Now, how much do you serve the husband? You serve the husband every day. Every day you serve the husband. All day. From the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, you serve the husband. Got it. Now, how much does he lay down his life for you? He's never done that. He's literally never done that. He told you this was teamwork? Huh? No, that's like how my mama tricked me and said that we were washing the dishes was teamwork. She was upstairs. And she said it was a group activity. It was not.
Because women are controlled by their emotions and men are controlled by logic.
Huh. Well, I can see how you might say that because you are definitely not controlled by logic. So, for sure.
She goes viral a lot on TikTok for talking about women submitting to their husbands, being submissive. What do you think of that?
I mean, that's what the Bible calls us to do, so that's what I think is true. The words sound kind of crazy and a little controversial, but I mean, I believe what the Bible says, and I think it's true, and I think she said it great in there.
Now, I have absolutely no problem if that's how you decide that you want to live your life. That is your prerogative. Just don't get up and tell me feminism is for abortion. Just don't do that. You know what I mean? Don't do that. You know what I mean? Don't be up there talking to me in Donald Trump bronzer. No, don't do that. Don't do that. And definitely don't tell me the exchange is I serve you and you lay down your life for me while you walking around living. They the only two that I could at least say had some ground to stand on.
This comes at a time when small but growing sections of the online and religious right have objections to women voting at all, with some calling to repeal the 19th Amendment and replace it with a so-called household vote.
In my ideal society, we would vote as households. And I would ordinarily be the one that would cast the vote, but I would cast the vote having discussed it with my household.
Repeal the 19th people?
Yes, repeal the 19th people.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
There's a lot of politics that divides families, and that's not what they want. So, I understand that part of it. And then another part of it that I think is a lot more juvenile is that they're like, oh, well, there's so many liberal women and they're ruining whatever. I don't think that's the correct way to look at it at all. So that's not really a view that I share there.
Obviously, if we didn't think women should be able to vote, we wouldn't be standing here trying to work in politics.
Why do you think it's gaining traction right now?
Honestly, I would say from a liberal perspective of we don't need men has made men so angry. It's harder for men to get a girlfriend. It's harder for them to get married. Women don't want to get married now. And I think that's why a conservative movement has pushed so much back on the word feminism is because they feel like women are quote unquote ruining everything, which we're not. That's not true.
Now, I'm confused by her. Is she pushing back on the whole conference, or it says she's attendee, but I couldn't make heads or tails of which side of the fence she's standing on. But she articulated pick-meism to a T, did she not? Did she not? Oh, y'all ruining everything by having high standards and whatnot for men. And the men have gotten angry. Look at the quality of men that's gotten angry, though. Look at the quality of, hey, if you can get it, if you can get it, it ain't no problem. You know what I mean? That's all that is. Hey, that is all of the pick-me logic of Vivek Ramaswamy when he says, well, black people, you don't get reparations because it's going to make the white people just so angry. Yeah. Same thing.
Hey, you guys are dealing with these really angry young men online, like incels, the Andrew Tates, the whatever. You guys need feminists right now to defend you and to defend your dignity as a person. What would you say to that?
I would say it's all about how we approach it, though. I think by screaming back at them isn't going to help.
A few dozen protesters chanted outside the conference. Turning Point's founder, Charlie Kirk, excelled at provoking people to get attention. But now his group is dealing with social media controversy from within conservatism, one that is cruel but pervasive. After Kirk was assassinated, his widow, Erika, took over the organization. Soon conspiracy theories swirled online that she, or Turning Point staff, were somehow involved in his death. There is no evidence of this. Turning Point has vehemently denied the claims. Police have arrested a suspect and say he acted alone. The most viral insinuations have come from Candace Owens.
Now I'm gonna have to jump in. I'm gonna have to jump in right there. There is a level of transparency that has not been shown by TPUSA, and when that happens, let me tell you, suspicion just runs like wildfire, don't it? It sure enough does. It sure enough does. And you brought up Tyler Robinson. You want to get into that investigation? Huh? We want to get into that? Come on, keep it a buck. Keep it a buck.
Erika Kirk should be dragged into a police precinct for questioning, like I said.
The conspiracy theories are so rife that Speaker Dana Lash even addressed them from the stage.
God has ordered his church to care for widows, that widows be included so they are not isolated, to protect widows, to care for widows, to not persecute a widow in the most ungodly of ways because you're jealous that you are not the one controlling an organization that widow's husband built.
Many attendees were keenly aware of the online discourse.
Huh, that's interesting. She cares a whole lot about widows. Is she aware that it was gun violence? Is she aware it's gun violence? Okay, was somebody asked her about widows versus gun ownership? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. See, y'all ain't for real. Y'all ain't for real.
In fairness, like one of the questions Candace is asking is like, did Erika kill him for Israel? I mean, it's kind of out there, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, for me, the more questions, the better. Question everything. I can understand why people, especially like Erika, would be like, what the absolute hell?
I wanted to come and support Erika, of course. I felt like the Spirit of God was telling me to support our widows. I had many phone calls, many people reached out to me, many people very disappointed that I was coming.
Really?
Christian Republicans disappointed that I was here.
I believe that. I believe that. I think we're all disappointed that you're there, if we're being honest. The only one not disappointed would probably be your pillowcase. That's probably the only one that's happy that you on the road right now.
What did your friends say to you who didn't approve of you going?
A lot of them truly believe in everything that's being said. It's heartbreaking to me. I don't even want to speak on it because it's so awful what's being believed. And I feel like that's spiritual warfare. I feel like we're seeing real life spiritual warfare coming after this organization.
Now, when you say spiritual warfare coming after this organization, what side would all the people that's been advising Erika be on? Because they not helping. They are not helping at all. So, what side? Huh?
Are you planning on voting in the midterms? The people that voted for Trump are just very fed up. Both my husband and I are really disappointed.
Erika, no, you said that. Huh? TPUSA, no, you said that. That's how they move. That's how they move. I'm looking out. You know what I mean?
What is the number one motivating factor for you when you decide, who you're going to vote for?
I don't want a party that's going to tell my son he can cut off his penis.
I'm sorry. Are you under the impression that the Republican platform prevents your son from cutting off his penis? Is that what you believe? Then what the hell are you talking about?
With all due respect, what the fuck?
And wait a minute. Ain't y'all all about freedom on the right wing? Ain't y'all all about freedom on the right wing? Hey, she don't want no. I don't see why we stop with that. Y'all want to talk about breast augmentation? Huh? Y'all want, or is it just penises we talking about now? Hey, you didn't think I was going to go there, did you?
Your plan is to vote Republican.
Yes, the Republican Party is the party of freedom.
There it is. There it is. There it is right there. Okay. Let me see how free this about to be.
These are some of the voters that Donald Trump and his Republican Party desperately need in order to hold onto power. Conservative, mostly Christian women at a leadership summit hosted by Turning Point USA. The right-wing advocacy group led by Erika Kirk after the assassination of her husband, Charlie Kirk.
Erika, you can't just walk on stage. You can't just walk on stage. People walk on stage every day. You gotta have pyrotechnics. And then want to get mad at Druski.
7. Oh, are you good? 4.
You deserve a sequel at this point.
Love you guys.
Turning Point is influential with young voters. President Donald Trump has credited the organization with helping him get reelected and bringing more young voters into the conservative movement.
It's such a great place to be in here in America, is being young, being a female, being conservative. They all just play hand in hand together.
But fractures in this movement are emerging. A main stage headliner is no longer backing Trump or Republicans, saying she won't vote in the midterms.
He made it seem like everything was going to become more affordable. Now the economy's worse. You know, he promised no more wars in the Middle East, and we are in a war. So it's disappointing.
Okay. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad. That's some freedom. That's some freedom. Okay. All right. Hey, she doing better than the right-wing talking heads. I can tell you that right now.
Savannah Stone is a 21-year-old trad wife influencer with 800,000 followers on social media. She is a rising star in Christian conservative circles, even though she embraces highly controversial fringe positions.
Hey, Savannah, which side were you on in the great trad wife civil war of 2025? No, because I know how the trad wives like to get down. I know how y'all like to get down. Yeah. It ain't nothing but a green light right there.
Don't you think that's better for Americans in general?
To be xenophobic,
yes.
nationalism is better.
We should have a coherent culture.
So if everyone in Alabama wanted slavery back, you'd be okay with that?
Sure. If everyone in the state wants it, go ahead. What do I give a shit?
A bunch of right-wing e-girls are fighting over a ring and airing each other's dirtiest laundry. This got so trashy so fast. Anyone got some popcorn? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's about time they started selling concessions for this kind of thing.
I'm going to start this off really strong. I don't think women should vote anyways.
Wrong.
If somebody asked me, if the government was like, okay, if we could have a more conservative country, if all women gave up their vote, I would gladly give up my right to vote to have a more conservative country.
Freedom, right? Freedom. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Because I was going to give Turning Point some credit for having a headliner that had broken with Trump, only to find out she don't even want to vote.
Come on, man.
Hey, y'all told me she wasn't going to vote in the midterms like it was a protest. No, she just don't feel she has enough testosterone to vote. Okay. All right. Y'all thought y'all was slick. Y'all thought you snuck in the back door with that one.
There's a lot of churches that talk about it.
Stone argues that women voters are too liberal, so the U.S. should shift to a one vote per household system.
Now, is that a hill I'm going to die on and run for office and try to complete? No, that's not my main message. That's just one of the opinions that I hold because I think that would be better for society.
Okay, so just so I'm clear, women voters are too liberal. So therefore, you want to take away their agency to vote so that the country can move in a more conservative direction. Huh? And call it freedom? No. Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine if that's what you want to do. But we're not going to make up definitions of words. That's literally the opposite. Nah, we're not doing that. Nah, that's it. Hey, that's like Magazine 2026 calling themselves patriotic. You know what I mean? That's
I actually do agree with her. I would as well give up my vote if it got rid of things like abortion.
We spoke with several women open to giving up their own rights in pursuit of a more Christian conservative America.
My perspective as a Christian woman is that my husband and I are one flesh. I vote the same way he does, so honestly, I would be okay with giving up my right to vote because I know that he would represent me well. Now, I don't know why y'all here. Honestly, I don't know why y'all here. Not only did you get out of bed, put on your day clothes, and go all the way down to the TPUSA event, now you out here being interviewed and expressing an opinion that you openly want to give up. So I don't. What is that? I don't. No, you like me watching the game and pretending in a simulation in my living room like y'all not. What is this?
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
And by the way, I do love the woman who had trust in her husband to represent her well. That is a beautiful thing. And I would point her to how the rest of the husbands, as well as the unmarried men, have taken care of women at the ballot box historically. You know what I mean? I would. Hey, we're not talking about your husband. We talking about the men.
What, bitch? What?
That's what we talking about.
If my husband's the head of the household, I am the neck, and we work very cohesively together. So I would imagine if he was voting on behalf of our household, I would be fine with that.
Ma'am, you could have gone with heart. You could have gone with heart. You could have gone with brain. You could have gone with like legs. Like you could have gone with lungs. You know, oxygen. You could have gone with lungs. You went with neck. So he don't talk about you like literally from one year to the next. He don't even think about you from one year to the next. You said neck. When was the last time somebody asked you about your neck?
Do you think your daughter should have the right to vote?
I'd be okay if she didn't, because I also know she's going to marry a biblical man, that they would also be in line.
How old is her daughter? Not hey, I guarantee you, not nearly old enough to test that theory. I can guarantee you that. Hey, I don't care how close a range you feel like you got. Rebellion is afoot, and it is a mother. Go ahead and take that right to vote if you want to. You gonna learn.
The vast majority of women here say this remains a conversation for the fringe.
I think the best thing that we can do is hold conferences like this to educate liberal women and hopefully sway them to the conservative side.
I think women should be voting.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to give up my right to vote ever.
And most women we spoke with plan to exercise their right to vote in the midterm elections. Most plan to support Republican candidates. Most are united by their socially conservative views.
You know, it's all about the love.
It's the transgender agenda. It's the, I don't feel like schools need to be teaching. Go back to reading, writing, arithmetic.
Ma'am, did they take reading out of y'all can't read? I know y'all can't do math because y'all voted for him for the economy. So I definitely know arithmetic is gone. They took reading down too?
No, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
It sounds like they did. That's how y'all ended up over there. That's what it sounds like. They done took reading and arithmetic. And I know y'all can't write. And y'all even know cursive no more. They done took that away from the magazines. That's sad. That's sad. It really is. You know, who would have thought? But you know what? I heard the new Department of Education got a good wrestling catalog.
What is the number one motivating factor for you when you decide, who you're going to vote for?
I don't want a party that's going to tell my son he can cut off his penis. I don't want to vote for a party that tells whites they don't matter.
That's interesting. You don't want a party that tells whites that they don't matter. Who was the president? Who was the last? It was Biden. It was Biden, right? It was Biden. Yeah, it was Biden. Yeah, it sure enough was. And then in the running, for 2028, who is it? Well, we got Kamala, and we got Gavin Newsom, and we got Pete Buttigieg, and we got AOC. She's a Latina, What is the level of coddling that is needed? Like, if it's not complete white supremacy, I gotta bring in the Black Magas in here. I gotta bring in the Black Magas, because what we are hearing is if we don't have complete domination, if there's even a semblance of consideration of non-white peoples, any consideration, we feel like we don't matter. That's the level of snowflake that we have evolved into.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way.
Now, what I need from y'all, Black MAGAs, is to tell me what that says about y'all. What does that say about the right? That's nasty.
They promote bigotry, they promote racism, they promote, things that we're against as human nature.
Wherever this movement is headed, expect protests to follow.
And resisting.
Hey, does that lady know it's white people outside? Does she know it's white people outside protesting? Huh. That's crazy. That would blow her mind. It really would. You know what I mean? I don't know what's crazy, that she don't know who outside or she didn't know who the last president was.
Are we having fun yet?
Some demonstrators outside this event dressed as characters from The Handmaid's Tale, the dystopian book and TV series, to make their point.
I'm sorry. Is that woman inside under the impression that those are black people dressed like The Handmaid's Tale? When have you ever seen black people dressed like The Handmaid's Tale? I mean, like, since that was the fashion.
Problem with them trying to persuade people that their goal in life as a woman is to keep house and raise babies.
What? You want to come say something to me, sweetheart? Yeah, I will.
Tensions here are raw. All of it yet another example of the deeply polarized politics of the moment.
Women hold up half the sky. Charlie Kirk deserves to die.
These protesters' shouts infuriating some inside the Women's Summit.
Hey, lady, it's somebody white yelling out. It's somebody, she matters. You think she with y'all? Well, one or the other. Either she's the most important one that she made it into TPUSA, or she's with y'all. You take your choice.
Happiness comes and goes, and I pray that you find it.
Motivating others to push ahead to create the change they seek.
Now that was a whole lot. And one thing that I can say is I do want to give credit to all of the women that were actually willing to interface with the growing movement to strip away rights from women, regardless of how you came out on it. It was some trash takes on it. Okay? But I at least have to give you more credit for addressing it than, say, the Megyn Kellys of the world that continue to march the rest of women in that line without addressing it and without it affecting her behavior. You know, kind of like Erika Kirk. Anybody ask her about the whole voting situation? Huh? Anybody ask her, would she get a vote as a widow? Huh? Is she allowed to be head of household? Or is she just like a neck with no head? We just completely disregard a neck with no head. Don't nobody pay attention to a neck on the sidewalk. No, nobody care about it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Y'all here actually discussing this. We don't hear about it from none of them. And that's not a problem. That's not a problem.
Well, we're waiting.
Oh, yes, it most certainly is. But yeah, y'all march y'all behind all the way down there to that conference. And now you see why your family was mad. Now you see it. Also, because you messed up the linen last time you was over there. They got multiple reasons.
Brother, what's that?
By the way, Not everybody left there happy. Oh yeah, we got more to discuss.
You were the trad wife before trad wives became a thing online.
I kept having babies. I was pregnant and or nursing for 13 years. Then when my oldest was around 4, we started like loosely homeschooling. I was expected to do it his way.